Hello everyone! Today I have a special video about my beer. I go to a lot of places, meet a lot of people, drink a lot of stuff, and you know, one of the aims is to have more content that's of my stuff, right? So today is going to be one of those days. So this is a magic bottle that I made. It got sent out to a lot of people. So every Christmas I make a Belgian Trappist style triple. And I give it away. I keep 12-15%. This year less than that even. But most of it gets given away to different people, different beer fanatics, people I admire and respect, friends, a whole bunch of people. So basically I took a recipe from Johnny Garrett, who is the kind of lead guy on the Craft Beer channel. He did a book and I made a... it's supposed to be a black currant raisin triple. I can't get black currants easily, so I just make it a cherry raisin triple. And I change a bit of the malts. I don't want to just, you know, copy his recipe exactly. I could, but I don't want to. So this is the result of that beer. So let's pour this. It's going to be really carbonated. The style calls for that. So a little darker, that's from the malts. Now, of course, there is going to be some cherry juice in it. What, is this like the least carbonated one I made? What the fuck? Every other one is like... I'm glad I'm doing this one. I didn't send it to someone else. The bulk of it, the bulk important part of this beer is a bunch of cherries and a bunch of raisins at the 5-minute left in the boil mark. Again, the recipe calls for it to be put in vodka and then fermented along with the beer. I want it to taste more like a Belgian triple with hints of, rather than putting the fermenter and having a lot of that fruit flavor coming through. And it's worked quite well so far. So what I want to do today is I'm going to talk about the reaction I got to this beer. And this is a Westmalle triple, right? Yeah, Trappist triple. This is a legit Trappist ale. Made by the monks in an abbey in Belgium. So let's get this open, and we'll put it in the other glass. You can tell immediately the difference. The yeasts are the same. The malt here is, again, see, yeah. Every one of my bottles did that. For most of the people. There, again, it's supposed to be carbonated. Now I look silly. This is literally the last bottle I have of this, too. God damn it. So... that said, there are going to be a lot of similarities in taste on certain parts. So, let's do mine. Those bananas from Belgian yeast, man. So good. The body is quite light. There's still a bit of residual sweetness in there. There's a ton of malts. This is 8%. This is 9.5. I was actually going for 9, but with my mash efficiencies and everything, it's always a crapshoot to quite get everything exactly correct. So I wanted 9, it's 8. This is 9.5. That said, light body. The sweetness, there's a little bit of like carameliness in there. There's 500 grams of Belgian candy sugar that I made, put in here. Sugar in a pot with water to make a kind of syrup, boil it forever, and the darker it goes, the more roasted caramelly notes are going to go in. Part of the color too is mostly the malts, but having half a kilo of really dark candy sugar in here also contributes to that. This is about 2 months old now, so the fruit shouldn't disappear in that short a time. Fruits will probably start disappearing, you know, 4 months, 6 months, definitely a 6. Getting muted, so it shouldn't be too bad, but I think the package as a whole, again, when I put them in the boil for 5 minutes, the idea was not to go, wow, it's so fruity. I'm not making a fruited sour. I'm making a Christmas beer, right? So I wanted the flavors to meld together into something pleasant, not necessarily something where everyone drinking it would go, cherry. I didn't want that. Like the banana from a wheat beer. I'm no chemist, but being a Belgian beer, I imagine some aspects of the yeast behave in those similar ways. Let's talk about reactions to this beer. I won't name everyone who got the beer. Fred from the ranch, he sent me a picture. this beer with a banana peel next to it. And he said it was very balanced and light, so that was good. But this is the best one. Nick from Chill Hops, he he gave it to his assistant brewer, who, you know, you're an assistant brewer for a professional brewery. You know, oh, he's not the head brewer. So what? This guy's no slouch. He knows what he's doing. He's tasted 1,000 beers. He's an expert. So, Nick tells me, our brewer loves it. He was very surprised it was homebrew. So apparently, Nick gave this guy some of this, and he went like, oh yeah, it's like a Belgian Trappist ale. Nick went, yeah, you think so? Yeah, what, like, and he went, yeah, like, where is, like, from a bottle from Belgium, or what? What's going on here? Yeah, so, he thought it was balanced perfectly. Huge raisins, well done in cheers. Finally, awesome news from the Grab. It actually doesn't say that. I'll censor that out. He talks about the brewery. Anyway, so, I'm pleased. You know, for Christmas, I'm of an age where I don't... Getting presents is great. Any time of the year. I'm not against that. But, you know, I'm of an age, and with my stepkid, the giving part I like. I like giving, and, you know, it's not totally noble. I do kind of, not expect, but I do appreciate also feedback on this. So, you know, I think if you give someone a beer that you made yourself, you know, it's not, again, not expected, but it's nice to give back. Nothing physically, but like, hey man, I had your beer, does this and that, and yeah, boom, done. So, I got some feedback. A lot of the people really liked it. I didn't tell everyone what it was, and I'd get messages, and they were saying like, wow, what is this exactly? They were guessing, and some of them got like pretty bang on what it was, and some people, you know, oh, is that in there? Is this in it? No. Oh, is it that? Yeah. So, again, lots of fun. I love brewing, and I love even more, you know, sending this stuff out. And of course, who doesn't like praise? We all love praise, come on. When I give them out, again, I'm using the word expect here. I don't expect to be bowed down or, Kevin, it's so good. But when it does happen and people do say that, of course, come on. It's the best feeling in the world. Same if you're a painter. You paint a painting and everyone looks at it and they go, God damn, like, that's amazing. And you know, it's not like when your mom says that, but when people come up that you're not necessarily like family with or like super tight with, right? And they say that, feels good. So, all that said, let's taste this one. This is the Westmalle. So, again, oh no. Mine has, I guess that's the, yeah, maybe Nick's right about the huge raisins there. I mean, there is obviously a lot of caramelly, but yeah. This one has like a more metallic, and it's less, there's less aroma, let's say. And being a blonde, there are going to be obvious differences here. Ooh, the carbonation, this is why I don't know what happened to this bottle. The carbonation's not bad, but it doesn't have that velvetyness to it. This definitely has like the nailing, well, you'd hope they'd nail. They've been doing this for like 600 years, right? But yeah, the velvetyness, and again, the yeast in this style of beer is so key to what we're talking about here. Shitting out those like banana-y kind of flavors, that richness, a little bit of clove too. There's like a not mint flavor, but a kind of coolness, like a sharpness to it too. In this one, more so. Anyway, be really nice to me this year, and you might just find yourself on my mailing list for, it'll be this year, but it's January now, it'll be December then, so you got all year to wow me and suck up to me. Tell me how handsome I am. Woo-hoo. No, but yeah, genuinely, I sent out half liters, just like this this one, to 24, 25 people. It's quite a long list. And it wasn't cheap, and I'm not trying to sound like generous or anything, but you know, when you're shipping individual bottles to that many people, there's the cost of making the beer and all the shipping costs, it wasn't cheap. But again, it's worth giving out some beer. Beer's for sharing. You know, I don't want to make a keg and drink it myself. Who the hell wants that? So, cheers, Merry Christmas in late January, but I make this every year, and this year was really special in that I sent it to the most people ever, as far as like reach goes. So, yeah. If you are watching and you did receive one, I hope you enjoyed it. I didn't get messages from everybody. I didn't expect to, but I hope you did enjoy it. And yeah, keep drinking. I'll keep brewing. And I hope if you don't brew now, maybe you'll pick it up and you'll make someone else happy. Cheers.